But John Roofer, he's not here.
Yeah. Good evening.
Oh.
Call this meeting to order of the Royal Palm Beach Recreational Advisory Board. First, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we'll call roll. Chair, Mr. Carlton Brooks, not present. Vice Chair, Mr. John Rufa, not present. Ms. Katz?
Present.
Shinoy Rajarag?
No.
I am present. Mr. Reardon? Ms. Rubin?
Yes.
Ms. Loeffler? And then Ms. Samios? I didn't. Did I skip it? Mr. Siebert, I apologize. Hiding in the corner. First order of business, approval of the minutes from the prior board meeting. Has everybody received and reviewed the minutes from the prior meeting? And do we have any motions made related to those minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve as read.
Excellent. Is there a second? I heard of two motions. So all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Excellent. Motion passes. The minutes are approved. Comments from the public? I don't see any public present. Let's see. Reports from the members of the board. Ms. Rubin?
I'd like to start and say that we had our drive-through lunch, and it was very successful. And I want to thank John and Selena for participating, and we hope to do it again.
I will be more than happy to volunteer anytime you need.
Thank you.
And if you want to say how many lunches did you pass out?
I think we had like 39 left over, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Do we have any idea where those extras went? The extra lunches went, where they were.
The only thing I would like to say for the record is that I had one very nice compliment. A nice lady was complimenting my legs and my shorts. Made me feel very good. I went home invigorated. She doesn't want to say anything into the record. Update from Parks and Rec. Mr. Recchio.
Here.
Sorry. We are going to extend the green market through July, where it would normally end in April. But it's been so successful. The vendors are appreciative because they're, obviously they're meeting hard times, and the people are enjoying it. People are wearing their masks. There's all areas that they can sanitize their hands and everything. So everything is very well, and that's why we're going to extend it through the month of July. The concerts, again, we're going to extend those again through and into the summer months. July 4th, we've been talking about. It's not going to be the July 4th that we've had in the past. not looking to have a huge fireworks display because we don't want to attract too many people. I mean, we would normally get, 20, 25,000 people, and we're not looking to do that. What we are planning is having concerts, having 2 to 3 different bands playing throughout the day. They'll be on the stage. And then in the evening, we're going to try to live feed fireworks like from Washington, D.C. or New York, because we have got the big screen, which is fully portable. So we'll put those on the opposite end of the amphitheater in the Great Lawn. So people can enjoy the concert. We'll have food trucks, in the center, and then we'll have the screen down near the sporting center, just at the base of the berm, facing in. So they'll be facing each other, and people can enjoy both the concert and the fireworks. Whether it's a live feed, if we can get it, otherwise we will have a recording of various fireworks displays that are going on countrywide. So we will have some games going on during the day, volleyball, because they can keep their distance. We're outside. It's not going to draw a tight-knit crowd, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Pardon?
Are they going to be food trucks?
Yes. Yeah, there'll be plenty of food for anybody to enjoy it. Okay?
Mr. Recchio, I apologize, just a brief question. Because you're not doing the fireworks as normal, that expenditure is what is being rerouted into the concerts and things like that?
Well, that's what's paying, because we didn't have these concerts, scheduled. So again, I mean, we're not overrunning the budget by any means. Whichever is in there, that's what we're using. And then, now we're working on the budget for next year, and we're hoping in the fall, October, hopefully we can pick up our fall festival. And again, whether it's going to be as large as it's been in the past, who knows? Again, it's going to be tough to estimate what we're going to do, what we can get done, because some people.
Is there any timeline when we're starting Young at Heart?
No. We don't have a timeline on anything right now.
I think whatever
We're
they're gonna
we're
do,
hoping
they're gonna
fall we can get back to some sort of normalcy. The summertime, again, other than the 4th of July, we are looking to conduct a summer camp similar to what we did last year. Numbers will be limited. Face masks will be required. 6-foot distancing will be required. So when we normally had like 100 to 110 kids in each session, we're only looking at 50. So we'll be cutting it right in half. And there won't be any major trips where they go in the buses and sitting close. We're still going to abide by the CDC guidelines. Could it change from now until then? Yes, but really not anticipating it. So it's going to be another summer similar to last year. The other thing I want to touch on, and we are very happy about, is the food distribution that we've been doing every week since last June. We have, every Wednesday morning, we have this distribution that goes on in Commons Park, and we feed approximately 600 families a week. We have literally given out just under 2.5 million pounds of food. So we're very happy about that. I mean, people are in need. They're very appreciative, because when they do drive through, and again, they don't have to get out of their cars, and we're loading up their trunks or their back seats. Um, the thank you and the appreciation that they show is,
These are all
Really?
donated food?
pardon?
They're donated? Are they donated?
Well, it comes through the CARES program um, for the pandemic. And the CARES program, right now, it's going through the end of June. And then their budget is over with unless they extend it. But right now, it'll go through the month of June, and then we'll see what happens from there. Okay. Something different that we are adding this summer. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Shakespeare by the Sea up in Jupiter. They have it every year. Well, we're bringing it here. And we're going to have it at Commons Park. It'll be Thursday through Sunday, August 19th through the 22nd, and then August 26th through the 29th. So there'll be a total of 8 productions, 4 nights each weekend, Thursday through Sunday. We're excited about it. This is different.
Do you know what the productions are?
It's a single production.
Okay.
It's the 12th night.
Oh, 12th night. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's very popular. They're excited. You know, the performers are excited about bringing it out here. And again, it's something different. We always have concerts. We always, different types of performances. This is, we're hoping this will happen every year from this point on. So we're looking forward to that.
I think anything we do is going to bring people because people are just so tired of being locked
Well,
up.
and that's why we do the concerts and the movies.
And you
just
find the
so
attendance
people
is
have an
good?
out, so they can get out.
The attendance is good with
Shakespeare is
them?
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's
I would do it in Miami as a kid at the Skya, the
okay.
outdoor theater. And that was the first exposure to theater. My wife and I are both Shakespeare lovers because we're both English people.
Well,
yeah.
I can't say that I'm familiar with it,
No.
but I will say that everybody I've talked to, and then I say the 12th night, everybody
Yes.
everybody
Familiar.
knows
One
the
of the more
12th
popular
night. It's
productions.
one of the very popular
How
popular
do you go
plays.
about getting tickets? Is there?
No, it's free.
Really?
We don't charge for our events, and
figured it would be-
this is.
Pay to play.
There will be concessions, for food and that, but bring your chairs, bring your lawn chairs, and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay. The times we haven't discussed the exact times it's going to be, but obviously it'll be in the evening. Really, other than that, on the programs, unless anybody has any questions, that's pretty much what we're doing, what we've done, and what we're planning on doing in the next 6 months or so.
Thank you, Mr. Recchio.
Any questions? Anybody?
If I may, real quick.
Of course.
Thank you very much. I can see that the fencing's up around the playscapes at the parks, and I know we're doing others with that, and the hand sanitizer placement throughout the parks are great, so thank you very much for doing that. And then I know we talked about doing pathway lighting. Do you have an estimate on when that will start?
We've already got the contractor on board, and if you go over to Commons Park, you'll see on the pathway right now they have it fenced off so that they can widen the sidewalks. Once they widen those sidewalks, then they'll be doing the lighting. We're trying to finish the parking lot, which we had anticipated that we would have it done by the 4th of July, but there's been a setback, and it's probably not going to be done until August. And then they'll move right into the site lights and the pathway.
Okay. So do you think we'll get it done by August for Shakespeare? You're not sure yet.
I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think the pathway lights will be done by August. No. I would say the fall, September, October. There's a lot of lights. There's a lot of lights going up. But when it's done, it's going to be nice. Real nice. Okay.
Anybody else have anything for Mr. Recchio?
I'd ask if the area that's under construction for the new parking lot, will that still be able to be used as parking temporarily for maybe events?
We
or that completely just
we have right now a section of it that can be used. A matter of fact, I mean, we had cars that actually parked on the main road 2 weeks ago when we had a band out there, and it was crowded. But there are sections that we can use, and they're trying to get everything done at one time. And just so you understand, the whole parking lot is not going to be paved. On the west side, which is the first one you come to where the dog park is and all that, half of it is going to be all asphalt. The other half, going towards the dog park, it'll have a pathway around the outside that'll be paved, and where you drive it'll be paved, but where you park is going to be grass. Okay, so like I say, the traffic will be on pavement, but then you pull off into a grass area and park. Okay, and it'll be the same way on the east side. Same thing.
I noticed that, and it's great that you started some of the programs inside, like the gym and pickleball and stuff like that. Is there a possibility of doing something with the seniors with like outdoor yoga?
We have an outdoor yoga
Is it
program.
working now?
Yeah, at down near the sporting center. We do it out in front where the splash pad is.
I have to imagine that some of those young at heart events that you've previously done can be adapted. Whether it's yoga with everybody 6 feet apart.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
As you realize, I'm not doing yoga, but I want
Well,
it available for
It
those
was
who want it.
an illustration.
and it's a little more difficult only because that age group they're the ones that are at risk more than any other. I mean, now it's nice
A lot
that
of
most
us
people
now have been
vaccinated.
A lot of us have been vaccinated.
And even then, they're saying that after the vaccination, it takes 4 weeks for it to kick in. So, we're trying to move forward as quickly as we possibly can without putting anybody.
That's why things like the drive-through luncheon is so, I think, is so wonderful for the city because it gives them something to do, someplace to go, a way to make contact safely.
Mm-hmm.
But I also realize, so I would like to see it, that we can't, I don't know how many times we could sponsor a free lunch of 200, as word gets out, hopefully it'll be like 250. Because our charter has always been that we buy our own lunch.
Mm-hmm.
What's the cost per person on that lunch?
The
It was
box lunch
$10,
was something
I
like
think.
$11 a head.
$11 per person.
Yeah, it was $11 a head, but if we do something, it might be a little extra for for some.
Sure.
And I'll tell you, we've gotten fantastic feedback. I've gotten phone calls, they thanking us, and they thought it was great just to see the people,
Of course.
and it gave them a reason to come out, and they really
Now we've
liked
discussed
it.
about doing it again. We've
Yeah.
had that discussion.
See, when we
Yeah.
did the luncheons, of course, our budget included the entertainment as well as the food. But basically, the food ran us, food alone was about $12 a head. and we charged 15. Covered, it covered and for years it had been 10, then 12.
Maybe we could do some entertainment as they pick up the food. Do a little.
Yeah,
There
right.
we go.
Listen, if my wife signs off on it, I will dance.
You can put your legs up, do a little leg dance, and we can do something.
Oh, man. Any other questions, issues on the program?
Yes, speaking of things that we can do outside, away from people. I remember years ago, I recall that you all did some sort of a fishing tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
How about something else like that, outside, away, in the open?
yeah, we will have that,
That's
like
the
on
July 4th fishing tournament.
July
right?
4th, correct.
Golf here. They had a golf
And the
tournament,
golf
too.
thing.
Could you do it without the firework 4th of July component? I
Oh,
guess,
yeah.
is the question.
Because the fishing tournament, that would be like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Fireworks weren't until 9 o'clock at night. And we've always had a good response with that.
Didn't you also have a bike contest or something one year?
A what?
Bicycles? Like a bike trail or something?
Yeah.
They did something.
Yeah, that would have been in March this month, and we didn't run it this month. Yeah. Okay. But we have got 5Ks that are going on. Fortunately, there's nothing going on now because of the construction, but we'll pick those up again. We've already got one booked in the latter part of August, 5K.
Thank you very much, Mr. Recchio.
Okay.
And that concludes all the items on the agenda?
No, I just,
No?
if I may, we handed out, and I've never done this before. I handed out to you, this time of year, we always go through and we have a strategic plan. And the way the strategic plan works is the village manager and all the department heads, we make our proposals, our wish list, and what we've accomplished and what we
What we'd
feel
like to
we
see
need
done.
to do in the next year or the next 5 years. And we turn those into the village manager. He reviews them, and then we sit in a meeting pretty much all day, and we all go through different aspects of the plan, what we've accomplished, what are going to be our largest issues that we need to deal with. Like, perfect example, our number one issue is field usage. I mean, it's just killing us. But that's something we have to deal with. We're not going to just stop running programs. We'll deal with it however we can.
You're talking about the grass and the...
Correct.
What's the cost on average per field? Not like per soccer field, per football field. You go to the artificial.
Without artificial?
Yeah.
Funny you should ask.
'Cause I know Wellington's doing it, and they're all going that way.
I
And I know it's
Two-
expensive.
about 750 to 800,000 per field.
Per field.
Right.
Well, what are the long
I've gotten a preliminary cost. I mean, I actually sat with the guy. We walked it and went through the whole gambit. And they said they can do cats totally for 2.4 million, I think.
Okay. That's less than 750 per because there's no
Correct.
fields in that cats.
Well, it's because they're doing the whole thing at one time.
Absolutely.
It's 10-year warranty. I mean, the whole thing is you never have to shut down.
They're
You know.
phenomenal.
Yes, everybody. I won't say everybody, but many municipalities, schools are going to this. And it's not just for the maintenance; it's for the shutdown. We won't people are constantly, soccer's running all year round. The adults are running all year round. And we can't do it. I mean, we have to resod, tear it up, resod almost every year.
What's the approximate cost per year to resod and do what you do just to maintain them so they can be used? It's a fraction.
It costs about $50,000 for a field, and that's with resodding parts of it, patching it up. You wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have that maintenance.
What's the life expectancy of the?
10 years.
No, you said 10-year warranty.
Oh, for us, I mean, of the AstroTurf,
Yeah.
10 to 12 years.
Really?
Yeah. And and again, there's a program that they'll come out a couple times a year for like $1,500, and they'll redo it and take care of everything and take care of any imperfections that need to be adjusted. It's something that it's going to happen eventually.
Well, right.
We just can't keep doing
Has
that.
to reach a tipping point.
But anyway, we're making it work, and people are understanding. Now we put a schedule together. We notified the leagues. We'll be open for 4 months. We're shutting them down for 2 months. And then we'll open for 4 months, and we're shutting down for 2 because they need a rest. The grass. You can't just keep tearing it up. You don't have time to patch it, and they're tearing it up again. So that 2 months will give it some time to really take hold and give us a chance to get it back up to where it needs to be. Okay?
I know, and I agree with what you're saying as far as, because I always thought about AstroTurf, like, I always think of the old Philadelphia Stadium and complaints and stuff, and it's all uneven, and it's not, but it is, today's technology is that it is so lifelike. The only thing that I had is, how does it wear and tear on your body? So when you're sliding, when you're
Sorry.
No, go ahead, yeah.
My kids all play travel soccer, and they play all over the state, and so many of these places popping up in these fields. They play with their regular cleats, so there's not a special set of cleats or anything. The only time that you have issues is if you slide. It does tear you up if you're not wearing slider shorts. But, I mean, if you're sliding anyway, whether it's grass or artificial, you should be wearing something.
It's
It's phenomenal. It is hot because it's made of a petroleum-based product, like recycled tires
and stuff, right?
And it does get warm.
and actually,
But some of the newer ones don't.
they don't.
Right.
They
And
don't.
then-
They have these little pellets
Yep.
that they use in place of the, before it was all the shredded tires.
Yeah.
Now there are these little pellets, and you have different layers, and you won't get the wear like you're saying. I know what you're talking about, those strawberries on your
Yes.
hips, and you're not going to get that. And if you ever get a chance, I drove over to Wellington, the high school, and let me tell you, it's a dream.
And that's where is it for that side of it. So thank you, because that was my one concern about that is what does it do to you physically with that? So if you don't have the smell, and then I'm assuming then also drainage is a lot better and more efficient because of that and its elevation and everything.
Right,
So
and that's all.
Yeah.
That's all part of the program where they would come in, they redo the drainage. I mean, they do everything. They strip it down to nothing.
This is not what it used to be, where if you turn, your knee goes. It's not that at all. It is, because I played baseball on that stuff, and it's horrible. This is very similar to real grass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got, long cut. It's really neat. Yeah. But it is absolutely the way of the future. Everybody's going.
It is.
and you had mentioned because of the petroleum side of it, but you don't get the smell, you don't have that rubber
Some
smell.
of the older fields, some of the original ones, you do have that petroleum smell, especially when it's hot on a summer day. But the newer ones, you don't.
Yeah, you can't tell. You can't tell the difference. I mean, it's night and day the way it used to be. You know, you had to have a hard surface, and then they put this on top of it. It's
So
in
with
our
the
playgrounds,
right,
okay, and that's got the rubber. You
Yeah.
don't smell it.
no,
You know, it's similar to that.
and then the lines and everything then because you're not using powder then or
It's
chalk, so it's paint then, and you don't have to worry about constantly repainting or that rechalking. Okay, thank you.
And I know we're kind of getting off, but you can get it without any lines. You know, we have to make use of our fields, get the most use out of it. We rotate the fields. You know, like they'll play north and south for one season. The next season they'll play east and west, and that saves the fields a lot of wear. By not lining the fields permanently, we can still do it, just like we do now, and it washes off, and then you reline it the next time. But that's something that we would definitely consider. And actually, at Wellington, they didn't line it. It's just all grass. You know, it's beautiful.
Because it's multi-purpose.
Right. Because lacrosse is coming. So, anything else I can answer?
Sorry, I didn't mean to take you all down the rabbit hole.
So anyway, take a look at this, and this is my proposal or our proposal, our department, and we've listed on there what we've accomplished, what was successful, what we would like to see us address in the next year, the next 5 years. It's not that everything is, everything you see in here is going to be in the budget or anything, but it's just something that we got to look at. It's something, if it's not done this year, it may be done 3 years from now, but it's in there.
So, just from a brief look, there's management in progress, passenger trams. What is that?
That is something that's actually in the budget. We just haven't purchased them because there's nothing going on, so there's no sense in
What's the proposed route or the proposed idea for with it?
It's a tram like you have at Disney, the parking, and what it would do is any outside locations of parking, like at Commons or in the front parking. We've had requests from seniors across the street from Commons that they needed a ride, they needed to get into the Great Lawn for a concert. So we met them inside the park and we brought them in. Well, this will do that. It's like 1 or 2 carts, trams behind what they call a tug that actually pulls it. And each tram carries 21 persons. Okay, so now we can go around. If we had parking off-site, say at Village Hall, we can set a route up, pick up at Village Hall, bring them into the park. And same thing with going out. That's, like I said, that's already in the budget. And we're ready to purchase them, but right now there's really not a reason to do it. So we're holding off on that.
Thank you, sir.
Anything?
I have nothing else. Anybody else? Anything from Mr. Recchio? Thank you, sir. We can have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We are adjourned. Thank you all.